You're there before?
That's right, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
I looked at it before.
Yeah.
Changed a bit.
I think I met you before.
Saya ketemu kok di mana ya? So small.
Bukan ya.
Di mana? Di Bali? Di Berlin?
Not Berlin, I think.
Di Berlin ada yang kayak Bapak? Yakin Pak, bukan dari ini?
Bukan. Saya I have nothing. I don't think I have anything to do with Europe.
With Berlin ya?
Bukan Berlin aja, with Europe.
Texas berapa tahun Mas?
Saya agak lama Pak.
Bagus.
Dibuangnya itu apa namanya?
SMP.
SMA, kuliah sih.
5 tahun ada.
Dibuangnya itu nggak dibekali Pak, jadi saya mesti kerja gitu kan.
Oh bagus.
That's
the only way to make you survive.
Ya.
Apa? Saya Kuningan. Saya pernah
Saya building ya Pak?
Saya berbuilding. Jadi sebelah itu loh Pak, sebelah Menteri Kesehatan, sebelah itu.
Oh satu building Pak?
Ya.
Well, obviously impressed enough yesterday.
Dan satu dengan komisi satu menghangat.
Oh iya.
Baru lihat kemarin di rumah Pak. Pak Yuli kan ketua somnya, saya wakilnya.
Oh Pak Yuri.
Dirjen Pasar.
Wahid, I said many years ago when we first saw our first mobile phone in Bali, everybody,
Even people on the street.
Yeah, we can imagine in the past, you know.
Cannot imagine that we are holding like this.
but we have two, iPhone in pocket.
And iPad as well.
Yeah.
Before the BlackBerry booming, Nokia is #1 in Indonesia, in the whole market, after China.
It
is? But
It
now,
is.
BlackBerry.
Yeah?
Mr. Samsung,
Because BlackBerry, we can use email.
Yeah, but we,
I can email on an iPhone too.
iPhone, I can download everything from my iPhone onto my iPad, onto my computer at home.
Dari Dinas Kesehatan Mas.
Oh, ya.
Pagi?
Kebetulan kalau di
Pagi?
oh ya. Izin Pak, tanya sini siapa tadi? Yang Wagub nanti di sini.
Ya biasa aja.
Silakan Pak.
Soalnya Pak Ishadi aja.
Baik.
Ini kawan baik tuh.
Oh,
Ini nih masih maju.
Jadi kami kan baru rencana mendapat Puskesmas Pak Mangawon dengan Kepala Dinas, tapi belum mewakili Gubernur semua.
Iya.
Maaf Pak.
Iya.
Ini yang maju-maju Pak.
Pagi Pak.
Masih ingat.
Pak Ishadi.
Ya.
Di sini sekarang Pak. Dulu CEO-nya yang rumah sakit Bapak kunjungi. Masih sebagai penasihat.
Oh, masih di sana.
Saya mesti majuin hal tulisan Pak.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for inviting us. We're very grateful. Can I have a seat?
Pagi, Wakil Gubernur. Dr.David.
No, it's okay.
Terima kasih. Teman baiknya Pak David. Kemudian Ibu Hani. Tidak kenal. Ini Dr. David sama Claire. Dia dokter di Melbourne Pak. Tapi dokter spesialis. Tapi sangat dekat dengan lingkungan parlemen Australia.
Dan beliau ini Pak, pendiri Mas Foundation. Saya ikut mendirikan waktu saya kerja di Melbourne. Dan banyak bantu Indonesia ketika Bali, saya kasus Bali. Mungkin ada mungkin 20 kontainer peralatan medis ke Bali waktu itu.
Sampai sekarang terus bantu.
Dan pernah mendapat penghargaan presiden juga karena kontribusinya terhadap people to people. Jadi Sampai sekarang saya masih honorary advisor untuk Mas Foundation. Dan mungkin nanti kita banyak bicara dengan Ibu, mungkin nanti dengan apa yang beliau bisa kerjakan di Jakarta.
Apa bisa kita bantu?
Jakarta.
Could you speak Indonesian? No, I don't speak Indonesian.
Enough to get me into.
We learn, but everybody wants to speak English to us, so.
So if you could understand better speaking English.
Your English is perfect, sir.
Your English is much better than our Bahasa.
Well, I hope you have a special program for help people's health.
Yeah.
Probably we can work together with them and supporting from them. You can get a lot of fun from the Australian people who care about the music. Gitu ya Pak?
We are a small charity, but we have big heart. We're not an international organisation
Yes.
yet. We don't have a huge amount of money, but we've got a lot of resources from here to help Indonesia to grow better, to grow stronger. And particularly, I've been reading some of the things that you want to do for the poor people, with the health systems in place and things to make things better for poor people. And that's where we can help you. Our organisation recycles medical goods to Indonesia and the rest of the world that we've been doing. And we're talking about equipment that is not old.
Yeah.
Oh, you need the face? Oh. We have been doing a lot of work in Bali. We now need to do a lot of work in other places, particularly recycling goods to, say, Puskesmas areas, where equipment and facilities may not be as good as they can be. And in light of your comments about sending patients who are being referred to hospital, perhaps unnecessarily, when they could be better treated in another area. Now, if we can help with equipment and facilities to improve their well-being by donating the equipment, we get it all for nothing, and we send it to Indonesia to be used in certain areas. That's our job. And we're also now moving into the area of talking about education, talking about nursing education in particular. That we want to see some changes in that area to make the Indonesian health system come up and be a part of the international scene, international healthcare standards. And we think we can help you play a role with that.
Your doctors here are very good. Very, very good. Your facilities are good for you know, better class people. But your nursing needs to be brought up, and the middle section, no low nursing, fine, up, good. In that middle section, we need to bring that up to international standards. So, and in that case, we can help with that because it's, as I was saying yesterday, the Philippines send nurses all over the world. It is $7 billion goes back each year into the Philippines. Indonesia is much better than the Philippines, much better country. And so therefore we can try and help, and that helps with the economy. It means that you can build more hospitals, you can look after more people. And then it stops people from going to Malaysia and to Singapore for operations. Because they can get...
You treat your people here in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And that's something Dr. Hani and we discussed yesterday at lunch, the need for an improved level of nurse education. Now that I realise is going to be difficult, very difficult to set standards that are like that across the board, that stay at the same level, because there are, with different nursing schools, as we know, there are different levels of achievement. And to achieve a uniform international standard, you need to have a uniform education system. And that's going to be difficult, and that is going to take time. But it will certainly propel your health system up significantly.
Yeah, I think for us it's no problem. You want to come to help us. Sometimes the regulation problem. Like I have many doctors came from Indonesia. They stay abroad, become a foreigner now, but they have a hard one to give their times a month in a year to help Indonesian people to make many like operation in the hospital. But the problem is the doctor association, ED, never give them a permit. That's why in last week's meeting with the doctor association, I told them, what's wrong with you? If you could not have the poor people with the free medical charts and somebody want to help, why don't you let them do it?
Yeah.
You couldn't do this.
Yeah.
That's just the problem.
Yeah.
We're talking about like we have many accident in like Indonesia, like tsunami.
Yes.
Even our former Vice President Yusuf Kala, he said one word, it's like a nationalist, but I think it's a little bit bad for me. He asked the foreigner doctors to keep out from Aceh. You know that? Enough, he said. We could do it by ourselves.
No, you can't.
We were
Nobody
in the
can.
hand.
I think it's very ridiculous thing when you talk like this.
Remember back
Yes.
when we
The
went?
thing-
Like in Papua, you know Papua we don't have a good transportation. And many missionaries come
Yes,
with their own airplane, their own money. We kick them out.
Except some.
You will prefer
Except
the
some.
people suffering,
Yes, compare.
compared to let them have. You cannot do this.
Yeah.
But that's where
But-
we need people
Yeah.
like you with the vision.
But we are not the president.
Not the president.
That's the problem.
Next year.
Take it slowly. Vice Governor, Governor.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know. I just very.
Yeah, actually, Pak Basuki, the problem is even ED is not that strong. You see, in healthcare in Indonesia, there are so many, fractions, and they are not interconnected each other. The goal is, because I've been 25 years in the healthcare industry. I was in the multinational companies. I've been dealing with all the ministers, with all directors, yeah. And then for the last 15 years, I was in the healthcare society. And for the last 5 years, I even built the very first private cancer liver centers. However, still, even in private sectors, I see there are also unhealthy challenges, unhealthy competition. I don't buy that. Knowing that I've been in the healthcare foundation for so long, I'm committed for Indonesia. The thing is like this, ED is not strong, because ED is just only general practice. ED is the society of the, let's say, 60,000
ED
GPs.
is the Indonesian doctor.
Indonesian Medical Association is not strong as you are in Australia or any part of the world, except in this country. ED has 60,000 members. Half of those are not working because they cannot practice. They cannot work in the hospital because we are limited in the number of hospitals, both government, both private. We are lack of hospital. In the field of nursing, even worse. Because why? The nursing school in Indonesia, based on where we came before the Independence Day. Yeah. The nursing used to be, there are several factions. But now, I think Prof. Aswar cannot be the minister, and then he set up the very first nursing academy in FAW. And the government also sending nurse to Australia. They see end result only. In Australia, the nurse and GP, Dr. Umum, are equal. No. To some degree.
No.
To a certain degree.
GPs and nurses.
Yeah, but only different job.
No.
But the quality the curriculum is different.
If you've got
Yeah.
quality, excuse
Yeah.
us while we have an argument.
Right. No, because in Indonesia, they really, our nursing society, our nursing association, PPNI, demanding for so many years, they want end result like in Australia, we have the same salary as GP.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Probably you
Okay.
directly.
Okay, maybe I can go directly, Pak.
Yeah, to
That in nursing that we have problem, Pak. However, at the moment, that the regulation said the number of new additional nursing academy is closed. However, there are so many private belong to maybe the private hospital, government hospital. They have their own. This own academic nursing school have a different quality and cannot still meet the national standard.
what is your proposal?
My suggestion is, because we have been doing a lot of effort, even in private, we cannot do anything but. Now, under the new regulation, because provincial government, they have their own direct authority, because now Dinas Kesehatan is not responsible to the Minister of Health, but responsible to the
Yeah, our
government.
Dinas Kesehatan, we have a nursing school.
Yeah, but the quality is not there.
Yeah, if you want to have this nursing school, I think it's no problem.
Yeah, maybe.
But if you want to
Yeah.
make the equal quality, the
That's
whole
why-
Jakarta, we
Yeah,
cannot do
yeah.
this.
That's why what
It's
we are
not our
suggesting, Pak.
But you need,
Yeah,
I
what
know,
we are
If you
suggesting.
just go to our nursing school, you
Yeah.
want to have the curriculum.
Yeah.
you need quality
Betul.
nurses.
So for instance, Pak, all the private hospital in Jakarta, government, private are under the government, under the Dinas Kesehatan, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we try to set up the pilot project? Let's start with RSCM, because RSCM is under Prof. Akmal before,
No,
now
RSCM is not under us.
RSCM is under Minister of Health.
Yeah.
Okay, but they are
We're
many,
just only the local.
yeah.
Now
Local
we have
hospital.
another problem. There's many regulation problem, like our RSUD.
RSUD maybe.
RSUD like a puskesmas, you know. Or they become a one business center, BLUD, because it's Badan Layanan Umum. This because of the Minister of the Home Affairs makes the law, the rule.
But they are
Yeah.
under governor, yeah, Pak.
Yeah, I don't know, that's the problem. So they could recruit many employee, not as a government employee. And now they become like a private hospital. They keep getting money. They feel there's corrupt. You know, there's a poor management from the government hospital. That's why the overhead cost is very high. And we ask our budget to support them. Even when we support them, they still collect the money from the people. You could imagine, the law said the hospital, the sub-class room, minimum 25% for the private hospital. If we support you with our budget, you have to provide 75% sub-class for our government hospital. Because for the poor people, only for the sub-class room. You know what happened? Many of our hospitals want change to be the, not, they want to erase the sub-class. Because they don't earn money. They have to pay their employee.
Right. Yes.
I asked all the doctor, if all of you is qualified, your competency is good, I think it's very easy, you just do business. I give all the hospital to all of you. I just say profit sharing 50% for me, and I never support our budget again to your hospital. My people want to get sick there, I just pay. We compare to the private hospital. If you are good, I go to the hospital. If you are not good, I go to the private hospital. I will issue many new hospitals. You know what the doctor said? We could not do this. That means you are inefficient. That's why I said, if you are inefficient and you are not competent, don't be so proud as a doctor in front of me. I said, that's the problem in Jakarta. That's why now we decided, now we have to change. One side is that many doctors could not work, just work as in his home or her home. Now we want to develop a family doctor. One doctor take care 2,000 or 3,000. We believe could 3,000, but they said Indonesia is different. Many is not in a health condition. It's better 2,000. but our budget is only 7,000 rupiah per person. If 3,000, they could get 21 million.
Yeah.
21 million. If
That's the difference.
this is the right solution, then we talk about the
And
hospital.
these are for doctors that aren't working.
Yeah. So one,
But that's a simple solution.
yeah, that's one doctor take care of 3,000 people. If we use it normally, only 500, from 500 people, only one gets 6. If we talk normally. Then if you take care of 3,000, you just spend for 6 person, but 6 in a monthly.
Not,
This means the doctor,
those 3,000 people are not going to get sick all the time.
All the
Yeah.
time, no.
yeah,
Absolutely.
if this is primary care,
Primary health care.
primary care. Now, this one, we want to do this.
That is so, look, it's so simple.
It's
It's so simple. Why
There's more important, and another is we want to recruit another general doctor to get in this Puskesmas. We want, if you poor, you come to the Puskesmas. Yeah, that's one to make the system. But we realize we still have many opposition. From who? Not from outside, from inside. He's talking about the money, you know. You could imagine there's a corruption, the healthcare problem, the big corruption. Education, health is a big corruption.
Australia,
That's the problem. They mark up the healthcare units, crazy price.
Australia the same
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, it was-
The reason health systems in Australia, like you're having the same problems here, is that, I'm sorry, bureaucracy
Yeah.
runs our health system and it's running your system. Your system is more fragmented and more layered than ours is. Ours is complex enough, but you have so many layers of bureaucracy to deal with. What you're suggesting is beautiful because it's simple and it's practical and it works and you will help people.
Another problem, like a nurse, I think one
That's
from
the
the
biggest
nurse.
problem.
I had a national parliament in the legislation body for 2 years. Nurse Keep Association asked for the new law. But sometimes when I read all the content of the law, just want to make them strong.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's the problem. They want to make them strong,
Equal to
just
that.
talking about remuneration, money, money, money.
Yeah.
But
don't
they
feel-
never put what the punishment for them.
Yeah.
And the
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like a doctor, I find out the small hospital. I said, why you give a charge as too expensive? I look at the invoice. Why too expensive? And now this product, especially after accident, they have to make the operation there. I said, this price and now only 150,000 rupiah, one. Why now you charge 1.2 million? You know what he said? The doctor charged us. I said, you could say no. If you say no, they don't want to come to this hospital. And these people are dying. And I asked the ED, what the punishment for like this? Nothing.
Nothing.
We think doctor is like an angel.
Like God.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a problem?
Some is. I learned from Lee Kuan Yew's very good practice. Lee Kuan Yew, I read his story, very interesting. Lee Kuan Yew want to put a landscape in Singapore. They import a very special plant in the road. And they make a report. This new imported plant on the garden has been stolen. So Lee Kuan Yew asked, find out who stole this. And they found out it's doctor specialist, very famous in Singapore. And that time, there are little doctor, not enough doctor in Singapore. Now what Lee Kuan Yew do when this happen? Fire the doctor, get jail. You come up, we don't care. No special, everybody equal under the law.
And made Singapore what it is.
That's why we have Singapore today. And they never lack of doctor. Now today we're very afraid about doctor.
Yeah.
We're afraid, they said they want to send me a short message like this. If you push us to have the pool on the third class room, we will emigrate from Indonesia. We're out from Indonesia. Work on the foreign country. I said, please go if you come there. You write the famous station number, just go. I said, I don't care. The same in Belitung. When I do this,
You can say on Facebook.
When I first in Belitung, I want to do this job. All the third class go to Puskesmas. Many doctors against me. Use the ED, they want to make a demonstration. I said, why? Because they don't earn a lot of money. Ambulance is one trip 150,000 rupiah. We spot the ambulance from maintenance, fuel, everything, driver. But people have to pay. No pay, no go for ambulance. The same for the medical in the Puskesmas. Go to the Puskesmas, they are lack of medicine. But if you go to their house, they provide them 25,000. That's the problem. So I said no. Another company, they make cheating with the company, big company. All the company employees come, they give many medicine to them. After that, he buy back 50%. I know this is crazy, this one. That's why I said no. You know what happened for the nurse? You want to give them denomination, become 2 million rupiah, you add 2 million rupiah. You know why they don't happy about this? Because each day, the lower class, they could earn 75,000 rupiah. From where? From buying a medicine, buying an invoice, many things. They got the money. That's why when I do this, everybody, they don't like this. I said, okay, if you don't like this, please resign from my agency. I have better, no doctor. If the people die, go to the heaven, I said, then the angel asked why you died. No doctor. Okay, give him. No shame for him. If, why you died? The doctor don't want to help me because I don't have money. So what's your odds when you be a doctor? I prefer no doctor, I die. I still have a dignity dying because no doctor. I said, please God, if you don't go out after 3 months, I will kick you out. I will make a recommendation. You're stupid, crazy, many things. I said like that. Unfortunately, no one have a courage to go out from this agency. I said, if you go out now, I will write the recommendation as you want. You write what you want the recommendation, I will sign it. But after 3 months, I will write by myself. What kind of doctor you are? What's crazy? I fight with them. But the result is, a little bit headaches. I never come to the doctor in Belitung, I go to Jakarta. But now I will have a problem, I have to fight in Jakarta. I have to go to where? That's the problem.
The family physician is a good solution.
It is a problem, we ask.
Yeah.
But we try. But we are very happy. We want to help increase our competency
The
for
nursing.
nursing.
If you can do something,
Dr.
Tinker, maybe you know,
Ibu
right?
Tinker, I think bisa atur untuk sekolah perawat kita.
Oh, yeah. You can
Bisa
do
bawa. I think we invite you to go to our nursing
Yeah.
school.
Yes.
You look at there, what's curriculum, you could help them.
I work in private practice in Melbourne. I'm also affiliated with a very big hospital called Epworth Hospital, which is the biggest private hospital in the Southern Hemisphere.
David is the patron of the airport.
And it's expanding now to 774 beds in a private hospital. It's big.
Just one section.
It's all one section. It's big. The new medical director of Epworth, who just started a week or so before I left for holidays, is a guy called Dr. John Catford, who ran Deakin University's Nursing Education Centre for many years. And we didn't have a chance before we left to cross over. but I'm going to have meetings with him when I get back to discuss the significant nurse education problem, because he said he'd like to talk about it. But it's just a matter of us getting together and then liaising back with you.
And our government, when it changes in September, which it will, and the new Prime Minister, Tony Abbott, please, is very, very much in love with Indonesia. He thinks Indonesia is our closest neighbour and it's something that he must nurture. He comes here quite frequently, and he is, unlike our present Prime Minister who doesn't like Indonesia, he's very pro and wants to do lots of work here, and bilateral agreements. What he also wants to do is change the AusAid. You know, AusAid's got billions of dollars that it gives, and he is of the opinion that it could be better used, because at the moment they get money, there you are, and they have no idea how it's been spent. So what he wants to do is make sure that something like the nursing thing, Australia will pay for it. Australia will pay for the pilot, will pay for the nursing, and so forth. So it's something that will happen in September.
Yeah, I think we have many programs sent a nurse to the South Korea and Japan, but many of them just only 1 year, 2 years and come back again.
Normally when they came back, they didn't transfer back.
Yeah.
Actually, what our proposal is, we have been looking for this for many years. Perhaps what we can do, why don't we start the pilot project in Jakarta?
Yeah, I think we have to start from our nursing school in government.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will send them.
Sorry, that's where you step.
Under your
When the Bali bombings happened, and Claire and I were there and we worked after the bombing, and that's when I came back to Australia. This is how our foundation started. And I said to the CEO of Epworth, what do you do with old beds? I mean, not old, but 2 or 3 years old. He said, I don't know. I said, can I have them? And he said, yes. And that's how our foundation started. And all through this man over here, Pakwa here, without him as well, we wouldn't be sitting here talking to you about these things. So from that became beds, became pathology equipment, radiology equipment, pathology supplies, etc., dressings, bandages, all those things that we can still put into a Puskas mass and make them better equipped to take the pressure off your private and public hospital systems as well.
And it doesn't cost them.
Ini juga enggak semua.
Boleh juga.
We know each other very well.
Aku saya lebih baik di dalam. Saya baik di dalam. Saya baik di dalam. Putar-putar saya malam.
Banyak hal IDES ada Sentropos kita bantu.
Ya, terima kasih. Salam sama Pak Air.
Minumnya.
Thank you very much for your time. Very impressive English.
I like it if I can work with you. Because you're straight. You tell it like you talk properly. You tell it like it is.
Ini itu persoalan kan dokter. Enggak semua.
Banyak dokter ngomong. Makanya dokter gigi sering sekali yang jadi struktur dokter gigi.
Justru dokter gigi, justru sekarang dokter gigi juga bagus di dinas kesehatan. Kita tahu kok persoalan.
Oke ya.
Kita sama dokter gigi. Kita langsung aja rutin ke yang batuk supaya kita
Pak ini juga bagus.
Ya, Pak, terima kasih.
Keren. Cepat jauh
It seems to be that we are talking out of the wood. Not in Indonesia.
Elliot.
Saya nanti akan
Terus bantuan tuh mesti sendiri Pak. Saya dulu 100 mesin ginjal. Bisa, urus sendiri.
Urus sendiri.
Minta izin sini rekomendasi. Kita harus bayar. Saya dulu 7 tahun di selatan Pak. Makanya saya bilang sayang banget nggak di kesehatan DKI.
Sekarang dia di mana ya?
Di mana dokter di kesehatan?
Kenapa di dinas kesehatan? Saya stafnya Pak Gino, saya kepala seksi.
Mesti dinas kesehatan
Oh,
DKI.
Gino,
Iya. Dia besarnya dinas kesehatan DKI.
Dia kesehatan kan? Dia kesehatan kok.
Mereka mau foto.
I think take a picture in my office is better.
Okay.
Nah,
9, 3778.
Sukses ya. Jalan terus, jalan terus.
Itu bagus. Udah dari 25 tahun yang lalu.
Oke, itu bos, itu paksa. Paksa jalan.